Okay, I think we are recording. So first of all, I just want to say thank you all so much for either A, being here in person, or B, watching this recording back live. These are some of our team's most favorite events because it really gives us the opportunity to kind of share our hearts with each and every one of you as to, how we got started in this business, why we started this business. If it is in fact a business for us, some of us just utilize the coaching opportunity as a hobby, as the ultimate accountability system, which we'll talk about here in just a second, whatever the case may be. And that is really kind of the beautiful piece about coaching is that if you do decide that this is an opportunity that you want to take advantage of for whatever reason, you will find somebody else on our team who decided to take advantage of this opportunity for the very same reason. And so I think that will be evident tonight. I will be kind of sharing a little bit of information kind of that tailors more to exactly what we do as coaches, kind of the time commitment, what that looks like as far as time commitment is concerned, and then kind of the resources that you will have available to you if you decide to take advantage of this opportunity. And then I'll pass the mic over to another coach on our team, Mallory, one of my really good friends, and she will kind of go more into the logistics of kind of the discount that you get with having a coach account. She'll address some really common kind of fears and objections that we hear a lot, such as I'm not good at selling things, I'm not in, the best shape, so on and so forth. Things that I'm probably sure either crossed your mind or things that you said to the person, the coach that invited you to the sneak peek. And then she'll also kind of talk a little bit about what to do next. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Beth Isbell. I have been coaching for technically 2 years, but I decided right at a year ago, last July, that this coaching thing was really something that I wanted to do. So Mallory will talk a little bit about her story when it's her time to speak. And you can kind of see even just from both of us that we joined this business for very different reasons. However, what we have gotten out of this business looks really similar. So I had never heard of Beachbody before. It was January of 2016. I did my first program about 2.5 years ago. And I had this friend who I had just recently moved to Oklahoma, and I knew that she worked out at home, but that's about all that I knew. I wasn't interested in it. I had always struggled, with my fitness, and my health journey was something that if you've heard my story before, it's like the one piece of my life that I felt like kind of always had a hold on me. I had a really terrible relationship with food, and I found myself either, dieting down for a pageant or a fitness competition just to gain 15 or 20 pounds right after that event was over, by binge eating, repeat the cycle, so on and so forth. I was your absolute cliche version of a yo-yo dieter. And so, I had just convinced myself that if I didn't go to a gym, if I didn't eat chicken, rice, and broccoli 5 times a day, like there was no way that I could stay in a shape that just made me like myself when I looked in the mirror. And so this idea of working out at home, and I saw how flexible her meal plan was, and I knew that she drank this weird shake every day, and I was like, look, there's no way that I can do that and stay in shape. So I told her no about 50 million times, and it was towards the end of the year in 2015, New Year's is right around the corner. I had those 10 to 15 kind of stubborn pounds that after, kind of going on a binge, I'd put back on. And so it was my New Year's resolution. I'm sure all of you can kind of relate to that, to get those 10 or 15 pounds kind of off again. And she said, hey, I'm going to ask you one more time. We have a brand new 60-day program coming out in January. I would love for you to do this with me. Like, you don't even have to buy anything. This was before we had Beachbody On Demand. For those of you that are familiar with that, we just had DVDs. She said, I'll give you my DVDs, and we'll just send our sweaty selfies back and forth to each other every single day. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, stop asking me. I will do this workout program with you. And so I did. And for 60 days from, the first part of January that year, 2016, through the first part of March, I pressed play on that workout every single day. I followed the meal plan to a T. And I drank this shake that she gave me a 2-month supply of so that I would do this program with her. And whenever I say that it changed my life, it literally changed my life. And so I had finally, began to heal my relationship with food. I got amazing results from working out in my living room. It just literally changed my entire life. I'd finally found balance in an area of my life that I had just never been able to find balance in before. And so, this friend of mine was obviously a coach, but she was what we call like a hobby coach. And actually really just a discount coach. She only had a coach account for the discount on Shakeology. She didn't really run accountability groups. If you've been in an accountability group before, you're kind of familiar with that process. but she didn't really talk to me about the coaching opportunity because it wasn't, she didn't take part of the business. So for the next 3 months, from March when I finished that program until I officially signed up at the end of June, I watched so many YouTube videos. I Googled everything I could about coaching because I knew that I needed to share this opportunity, these programs essentially, with other people. And so kind of the conclusion that I came to is that I could run these monthly challenge groups, accountability groups, and it would literally be the ultimate accountability system for me. Like my friend and I had sent sweaty selfies to each other for 60 days during that program. It would be a centralized place. At that time, I hosted my groups on Facebook. And so it would be a Facebook group where we would all be doing different programs, but we could check in with each other every single day. Like that is the ultimate accountability system. So that's what I started doing. And I did that for a full year. And if you decide to coach with us, you will commonly hear this phrase called Success Club, which basically just means that you're helping 3 people every single month get connected to a challenge pack, which is our workout programs, Shakeology, and a nutrition plan, getting plugged into an accountability group. And so because I had done that consistently for a year, I had helped at least 3 people every single month. I won a free ticket we have like an annual conference that's called our Coach Summit. It's like the best ever. And it's every June or July, depending on the year. And so last year I had won a free ticket to this conference. And, I wasn't going to go because this was just like a hobby for me. It was my accountability system. I just liked helping people and kind of sharing, my story and my journey along the way to kind of help inspire other people who maybe had, kind of struggled with some of the same things that I had. But then at the last minute, I was like, you know what, why not? Like, I'm just going to go. It was in New Orleans. So I was like, if nothing else, it'll be fun. So I went to that conference and I came back, and once again, my life was like forever changed. I heard stories from these women who, started coaching in the same way that I did. They just loved the accountability of it, and they found a support system and a community and a tribe of women to support them and lift them up. And then I heard stories from women who, took advantage of this coaching opportunity strictly for the financial benefits of it. They knew, the financial opportunity that comes with this coaching opportunity. And they got out of hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt while helping people and literally making themselves a priority. And so, I just sat there at that conference and I was looking at all these women and men, and I was like, if they can do it, why can't I? So I came back from that conference last July, and I told my husband, who is the most supportive person on the planet, I was like, I know you're going to think I'm crazy. Mind you, at the time, I was working full-time at the University of Oklahoma, like what I thought was my dream job at the time, and I'm a full-time PhD student at the University of Oklahoma. So from the outside looking in, like the ideal little package of what my life should look like at the time. And so I came home and I said, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy and I'm not going through a midlife crisis, but I know that I can do this business full-time. And I said, I'm giving myself 6 months. I'm gonna go all in for 6 months, and I'm gonna help as many people as I can. And I'm going to help other people. I'm going to teach other people how to want this business just as bad as I can. I'm going to grow my team. And in 6 months, I'm going to quit my job. And here we are a year later. I'm a full-time Beachbody coach, and this business has changed my life. And that kind of leads me into, hopefully even just by my story, you can kind of see like what we do as coaches. And regardless of whether you're a discount coach, so you decide to have a coach account simply for the discount on Shakeology, you save 25% discount on all of our products. Mallory will talk about that a little bit later. Whether you're a hobby coach, maybe you have a full-time job and you just want to pay for your groceries every month and help 3 people every month. Or whether you really want to take advantage of what this business can do for you and quit your full-time job or pay your mortgage every month. Or whether you're not even really sure where you fit. Your number one responsibility with being a coach is yourself. And it's completing our programs from start to finish. It's drinking Shakeology every single day. And the coaching piece is just sharing that journey with other people. It's running monthly accountability groups with your coach. Don't feel like you're going to kind of be thrown to the wolves with running these groups every month. But it's running groups. It's motivating other people. It's literally just being somebody else's cheerleader. So oftentimes, Mallory will talk about this as well, but we so oftentimes, hear people say, well, I'm not a fitness expert, or I'm not a nutritionist, so there's no way I could ever do what you do. Or you just love working out and you love eating healthy. This is easy for you. Wrong. And if you think those things about me and you follow me, then that means I'm not doing a good enough job sharing my truth, which is what we do as coaches. We just share our journey. everything that's real about our lives that we know somebody else out there is struggling with or can connect to or relate to. And then we hopefully inspire them to join one of our accountability groups and do these programs with us, like right alongside with us. And then we share all of those struggles and challenges and celebrate each other's, victories and successes along the way. So that is literally what a coach is. Cheerleader, motivator, supporter. As you grow and build your own team, if this business is something that you want to do, then of course you become a leader and a mentor as well. But your main responsibility is to focus on yourself while you're supporting others along their journey as well. So we run monthly accountability groups. We always make it a goal to help at least 3 people every single month. And then as you grow and build your own team, you will become a part of what is my favorite part about this business, and that is our team of coaches, women who have become my best friend, some that I've never even met in person, just through social media, and we do weekly team calls and things like that. So I kind of want to move now into talking about the amount of time that this business will kind of take from you, and that is totally up to you. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're a discount coach and you just want the discount on Shakeology, then all this business time-wise is going to take from you is you pressing play on that workout every single day and drinking your Shakeology. But if you decide that you want to grow a business, if you have kind of a financial goal that you want to hit every single month, then the amount of time that you put into working the business is going to be dictated by what those goals look like. So that's really kind of the beauty and the awesomeness about this business is it's kind of just like when you're choosing a workout program. So if you just want to do yoga for 30 minutes a day, or if you want to do a 60-minute 80-day obsession workout every single day, it's your choice. It depends on what your physical goals are, what you have time for, what you want to make time for, and what's a priority to you. So basically what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. We oftentimes get asked, so how much money can I make as a coach? And something that has totally resonated with me since the day I decided that I wanted to go all in with this business is there's a coach in our upline. Her name is Lindsay Matway. She is the most successful coach in the business. And she said, here's the thing, the amount of money that you will make from this business, your income, will be directly correlated to the number of people that you help, the number of lives that you change. And so I think that is really powerful. And I think it's also important to remember that it's okay if your goals with this business change. Like if you decide tomorrow, if you reach out to the coach that invited you to the sneak peek and you say, hey, I want to do this. Like, tell me what I need to do. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to quit my job, middle of next year, next summer, 1 year from today, I'm going to quit my job. Like, tell me what I need to do. But then in 3 months from now, maybe life happens, your goals change, your phase of life changes. It's okay for those goals to change. Vice versa as well. If you just kind of want to dabble in it here or there, you will fall in love with our team and kind of the atmosphere and the environment that we put ourselves in on a daily basis, interacting with each other, and you decide that you want to go all in from there, then you have the support to do that as well. You will also, it's overwhelming how much there is to learn about starting a new business, and coaching is no different. It's just like, if you were to open up a new restaurant or, start any kind of business, you have to learn the ins and outs of the business. Another really great thing about our team is that you will have every resource that you need to be successful. Like I mentioned earlier, we host weekly team calls. We do once a month, we do like a Saturday morning coffee chat where we just kind of mastermind and share some ideas. Based on your goals with the business, we have little push groups that what we like to call them, where you'll be put in a little group with other coaches who, have the same goals as you. We have a brand new 30-day kind of go at your own pace new coach training. We have different trainings if you want to advance in rank and grow your business. Literally anything and everything that you could possibly need to know about this business, you will have given to you. It will be, right there at your fingertips based on what your goals are. So don't ever feel like you will be alone in this business. And like I mentioned earlier, my favorite thing about this business is the community and the tribe of women that I'm surrounded with literally on a daily basis. So that is kind of all that I wanted to cover. I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of kind of a foundational idea as to what we do as coaches. Don't overcomplicate this and overthink it and think that we are like, some kind of, like, don't put your coach on a pedestal and think that they have their stuff together because most of us don't. But the cool thing is we get to kind of figure that out all together. And this business is literally for everybody, regardless of your goal, what your goals are. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mallory, and she will kind of go over some more things and then wrap us up.
Hey, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, hey, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mallory, like Beth said, thank you. And I'm going to go over a few things. Money, like, first of all, I think mainly because when I reached out to Beth, the first question I asked was, how much money can I make? And then we'll talk a little bit about the discount, and then maybe go over some things that we've all heard from coaches about, like, or potential coaches about what might be holding them back. So before I get really into the money, I kind of want to give you just a really brief history of me and my Beachbody history, because I actually started doing Beachbody like maybe 12-ish years ago. I think for the longest time I've said like 10 years. And then I think I'm just not realizing how old I am because I'm like 32 and a mom, and I've been working in the same job for a decade. And like I started P90X before that happened. So I actually started P90X, like ordered DVDs, and didn't really know anything about Beachbody other than like P90X would come on, and there was this thing that was like Beachbody, like at the end, like that was Beachbody to me. It was like that sound. So, and the reason I did it is because I had this boyfriend at the time that was like working out, and he like was really fit, and I had grown up an athlete and like went to college and like kind of got out of shape and wanted to be in shape and felt totally uncomfortable in a gym. So I order these DVDs and I like work out in my garage and follow this like 90-day program to a T, like with DVDs. It came with like, there's no on demand here. It was like 12 individual DVDs, and I print out my workout calendar and I like go through it, and I loved it. And the first time I ever lifted weights, it was the first time I ever like actually had like abs in my life. And I actually, after that, felt comfortable going to a gym. So I get introduced to Beachbody through P90X and start feeling comfortable, kind of go back to the gym scene or go to the gym scene. Like I joined 24-hour Club Fitness something, and actually like feel like I know what I'm doing. So I like gain this confidence. I start kind of feeling good about myself, go to the gym, cool. And then, fast forward, life happens. I get pregnant. I get married, and I have my baby girl. And by the way, I gained like 50 pounds and I'm pregnant. So like, didn't know that was going to happen because I like grew up this tiny girl and then like get pregnant and put on 55 pounds. So, I didn't really take care of myself when I was pregnant. I have these 10-pound babies. So I have a baby, and I still have these like 30 extra pounds to lose. And now I have this little tiny baby at home and I can't go to the gym. So I like go back to my P90X DVDs because that's what I felt comfortable with. I'm at home. I can do it on my own time. And I got back in shape for the second time now with Beachbody and P90X. So then, fast forward again, life happens, have another baby, and I like kind of am like, okay, pregnant with baby number 2, like I'm gonna actually take care of myself this time and maybe continue to work out. Like that seems really smart. So I work out while I'm pregnant. I have a much better pregnancy. I lost my weight a lot faster. And 6 months after that, I competed at Mrs. Missouri. I went to nationals and went to Mrs. United States, and that is actually where I met Beth. So here we are like training for this national pageant, 2 girls who really don't know what they're doing in the fitness world and like learning how to walk and like prance around in heels and things. And so that's how Beth and I knew each other. So, we kind of part ways and we stay friends on Facebook or whatever. My life kind of like went downhill a wee bit. I went through like a really nasty divorce, and I really struggled with like what I was doing with my life. And I'm in sales. I was still in sales, still in the same job. And I was just like mentally in a really, really rough place. So I'm in this job. I got divorced a few years ago. I'm like, fast forward again. I'm in a better relationship, kind of a better place in life. And, I'm still following Beth on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like seeing she's doing this workout stuff, and I don't really know. And like the Beth I knew was like not a fitness expert and didn't know exactly what was going on. And so I was like, this is interesting. Like, I feel like I could maybe do this. So I reached out to Beth and was like, okay, I think I'm like kind of having questions about this. And she was like, you should join my challenge group. And I was like, oh yeah, no, like I already work out, not interested, but thank you. No big deal. So kind of ghosted her, come back again. I come to one of these sneak peeks and was like, whoa, First of all, I could never talk to people like this, like on a video recording, like I'm doing to you right now. That seems crazy. Absolutely not. But you are so cute and good luck to you. And then like a few more months goes by and I'm in sales, like I say, I lost this like massive account. And so my like initial, like after I've like talked about a few times about this, I knew nothing about really Beachbody business, really didn't know anything about coaching. I had never been in a challenge group. And I call her and I was like, hey, I lost this big account and I need to literally make up $30,000 of my income. Is that possible? She was like, it is, absolutely. I was like, cool, sign me up. I think we talked for 20 minutes. I'd never been in a challenge group. I didn't know anything about Beachbody outside of those 12 DVDs I did with P90X. And I signed up for a program called 80-Day Obsession. And it was totally based on the fact that it was a new program coming out. I felt like I was at this time that I like needed something to focus on. And so I did it. I signed up in December. I started and ran my first challenge group in January with a couple friends I had from work. And it was awesome. I followed the program to a freaking T. And when Beth says it changed her life and I say it changed my life, like it truly did. Like it shifted my perspective in a way that I didn't realize it could shift it. I called Beth to make money. And what I ended up finding out is that I needed those 80 days or truly 90 days. Like they really are tricky there because it's 13 weeks. And you think you're like on the calendar 80 days, like it's 13 weeks long. I needed that. I needed that hour a day to focus on me, to do this thing. And I didn't realize how much I truly needed it. And I didn't really know anything about coaching. All I knew is what Beth was telling me. And I follow exactly the things that we're supposed to do every day, right? Like we're doing our workout, I'm drinking my shake, and I'm sharing my story. And I was sharing my story at 5 a.m. with no makeup on, saying like, oh my God, I can't even believe I'm doing this. I hate my life right now, but I'm going to press play anyways. Like it'll be fine. And I did it. And just from doing that and being totally transparent and going through all of that, that is how I launched my business. I didn't really do anything else than focus on me and share my story. That was it. And so the payoff that I got out of that is where it really made me understand like, oh my God, I know I told you I was all in doing this, but every single day I push play and every single day I have someone respond to me and say that they're interested in this is one more reason that I'm like, yep, I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. And my payoff is to the point now where like I probably get more out of this mentally than I do financially. And I'm sure like for me, that's mind blowing because I called Beth specifically about the money. I called her because I need to pay my bills. I need to do all of these things. And while that's happening, like there's this super huge extra benefit that's happening. So, I say that because I sign up only for the money. And like she's on this call right now. I have a coach on my team that signed up and, was just going through her own 80-day obsession journey and she was getting amazing results and all she wants to do is to help other people feel the same way she does. So regardless of what your interest level is, regardless of why you want to be on this call, whether it's for the money, whether it's because you want to help people, whether it's because you're finding that while you're focusing on you, it's truly helping you become a better you, a better wife, a better mom, a better friend, like there are so many payoffs and so many benefits outside of just money. But since we do want to know about the money, because I'm interested about the money always, I kind of want to give you a little bit of a breakdown of how we do make money. So we make commission on everything we sell. We make 25% commission. So just like I think Beth mentioned, when you sign up, you can get a 25% discount. So you either get the discount or you like take that money in when you sell it to somebody else. So when we're selling somebody a challenge pack, you get commission on that. When your person continues to reorder things, you get commission on that. So there's like level one of making money. And then there's the other level of making money of when you start building a team, we start getting leads from Beachbody corporate. So like if I sign up a coach or I sign up a customer and I get commission off of her, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, if my friend Amanda, let's say, goes to beachbody.com and doesn't have a coach, they automatically get assigned to a coach and those leads get divvied up all of the coaches available. And it's literally like coach 1 to 1,000,000. They just order them out and they get divvied up. So just by having a couple coaches underneath you, you qualify for getting leads from Beachbody. So there's the second way you make money. So you get commission and you get leads, which you're then getting commission on. And then in addition to that, when you start building a team, you start getting bonused on what your team volume is. And that is so overcomplicated, but just know that ultimately that is really how you really build this sustainable business. So there are ways to, if you want to be a hobby coach or you just want to cover your shakes, like signing up a few people a month totally covers that. If you want to pay for your groceries, totally covers that. If you want to quit your full-time job and travel the world, like I'll get there, and there's ways to do it, so we just have to figure out how to get you there and come up with a plan. So for me, I think a lot of things when I signed up, I signed up and then was like, wait a second, I have questions, but like it's too late now. So whatever, screw it. I don't care. I'm in. But what I didn't realize, I think at the time was, I think Beth mentioned like the amount of time that you have. So I think we all have a lot of different things that might hold us back. Like, how much time is this actually going to take me? I am not in the best shape of my life. I want to be, and like, I want to have this amazing transformation. Or what if I can't get anyone to join my challenge group? Or, oh my gosh, what if I have 10 people in my challenge group and what am I going to do? Or I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just working out. I'm not a dietitian. How am I supposed to help these people meal plan? So kind of want to go through those one by one. So time, kind of like Beth said, Lindsay Matway has said this a million times, and she's absolutely true. She's been in the business now for 8 years. And it took her however many years to get to the point where she gradually started spending more and more time doing this to get her to the point that she is. And it truly is the amount of time that you put into it is really what you get out of it. So I think when I started this business, we talk about like a power hour as coaches and just trying to find this pocket of time every day, whether it's 2 30-minute times or 2 or 1 hour chunk or a few 15 minutes here and there for busy people, because I'm sorry, who is not busy? Just trying to figure out how you can break out your day and try and figure out ways to find time. Like, that's fine. That's kind of where we all start. And then as you start growing your business, you might spend more time, or you might find that hour is like perfect for you. And maybe you don't even have that hour. So it truly is the amount of time that you want to put into it. And the benefit that you guys have as being on our team is you really won't spend a lot of time trying to figure out the business, because that's what your training is for. Like Beth and Scotty and Lindsay, these trainings that we're going to have in these next few weeks, like there's a lot of work that's been done for you that you kind of just have to show up and do what they say, because they've really made it pretty simple. It does take work. It does take time, but it's really, really a simple business. So the second thing I think a lot of people say to me is, I just want to have this amazing transformation, right? Like, I want to get through 80-day obsession first, or I want to get through Lift 4 first. And I say, like, hold on a second, because I signed up on day 1 and was so jealous of every single person that had these amazing transformations. So listen, I get it. Like, I wanted that amazing transformation too. And I didn't have it, and I was jealous of it. But what I realized in this business is that I was able to grow my business with or without a transformation, because mine was 90% mental, was the fact that what was getting people intrigued and interested about the business was me sharing my journey. That's it. It wasn't about me losing 1,000,000 pounds and having this before and after. It was about me being totally transparent. It was about me sharing my journey as I was going through the program and being totally honest with people when they were asking me questions. So I'm actually would say to you, like, if you have 20 pounds to lose, holy moly, like, sign up right now, because you will get even more people interested, because you will have the side-by-sides and you will have these transformations to share. And you will have people be like, damn sister, look at you. Like, I've seen you. I saw you do this 45 days ago. Like, I saw that first picture and I saw your post when you were into this on day 1, like, sign me up. So I don't think there's a time to sign up, whether it's now or in a year from now, based on your fitness level. It's just about whether you think you want to do this and whether this is the time for you. So I think my biggest fear, the biggest thing that when I signed up and I was like, oh dear God, what am I doing? Like, I'm into this. What if I can't get anyone else to do this with me? And I think this gets squashed like immediately. I go through this and I have the same conversation with every coach of like, okay, I'm in, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And we help everybody put together what we call like a launch post of kind of like your first post out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you want to do, or your first conversation that you might have with a friend of just being like, all right, guys, like I am doing this. And it's a really scary thing. It's something that it takes you a minute to realize and to really think about why you want to do this, like why you wanted to get on this call and what made you even intrigued, what makes you want to think about this, what makes you like, hey, if you want to talk to your husband about it, like why, like what is telling you like you're on this call right now. And that's really why I think what launches everyone into wanting to do this business is because they have something. They're looking for something, they want something, and they're kind of just trying to figure out what it is. And being honest about that will really get you past running your first challenge group. Because the other thing is that making your first post in this announcement is one thing, and then you have your coach, me or Beth or Nicole, or whoever invited you to this call to help you co-lead and run your first 1, 2, or 3 or until you're comfortable challenge groups, just because we want to make sure that you are totally comfortable running your challenge group. It can be complicated the first time or scary the first time, but you'll realize as you get into it that you can really get into a groove and it's really just this like natural thing. And I think any coach that's run their first or second, you're like, oh, I got this. Like it's fine. It's easy. And that's what we're here for. We are here to help get you going, get you up to speed, and make you feel comfortable running your first group. I think one of the last things, and Beth mentioned it, of like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like whether you've never set foot in a gym or you've worked out forever, like if you're not a dietitian, you're not a nutrition expert, you're not a personal trainer, like I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think any coach on this team thinks it's a big deal. You know why? Because we have this amazing company who spends millions of dollars on research and hiring these super trainers to develop these ridiculous programs that run test groups for 6 to 12 months to provide programs that get people proven results. And they have dietitians and nutritionists that develop all of these nutrition plans that coincide with the programs to make sure people get amazing results. And they have Isabel Dackler, who created Shakeology, we just had a training on Shakeology this week, just about how ridiculously amazing the products are that we're developing and creating people. It's not just something that we're logging into YouTube and doing workout. Like these are proven programs with proven results and proven test groups. And we are lucky enough to have access that we're just providing people the go-between between, hey, here are all these amazing things, and here are all of the people. So all that we're really doing is trying to talk to people to figure out maybe what's the best fit for them. There's all of these different programs that we can offer people. So all that we're doing is trying to have the conversation and figure out what these people need. Like, what do they need? What do they want? What kind of workouts do they like doing? What do they enjoy? What's going to motivate them? That's all we're doing. All that our job is to do is to get them plugged into something to help them stay motivated so that they can pick a program that they can get results. That's it. It's done. Everything's already created. So we're kind of the cheerleader. That's truly it. That's really our job. All that we're doing is influencing them and trying to pick out a program and trying to help them continue to stay plugged in. I think that is really like the guts of what it is that we do. If you guys have any questions, I don't see any questions over here. But let us know. I think, as far as like where to go from here, or if you have questions, reach out to the coach that invited you to the sneak peek and really let them know what questions you have, or any concerns or any setbacks or like holdups that you have that maybe we didn't address. And just know that it's super, super easy to get set up with a coach account. If you've been in a challenge group, if you bought a challenge pack, there's actually your coaching fee gets waived. So there's actually no cost to you to sign up as a coach, which is magical. And it's really pretty simple. So, whether you're a coach or you're not a coach, if you've bought a challenge pack, get with your individual coach and they'll kind of get you plugged in and set up properly. Other than that, Beth, I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, I don't think so. I thought that was super awesome. I hope everybody was able to see that, like, just how different even just mine and Mallory's stories are, but like how much this opportunity has changed our lives. The only thing I would add is that we have a super, super, super awesome training opportunity for all of our brand new coaches starting next Monday, August 6th. So kind of mull this over a little bit, watch the recording back if you need to. We're going to post this recording in the event page over on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook and you're not in that event page, just be sure to ask your coach for the recording and they can get it to you. But that training will start on Monday. So think about it. Ask all the questions that you feel like you need to get answered to decide if this is the right opportunity for you and the right decision for you. And then we can just kind of hit the ground running and get everybody started. So we are super excited. But that's all that I have. Do you have anything else? I don't see any questions. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you for watching the recording. We're so excited, regardless of what you decide, to continue to get to know you a little bit better in our challenge groups, hopefully in our coach team page, to connect with you all a little bit more. So have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you all soon. Bye.